Welcome to the workshop orientation on PCOS obesity. We'll start with a prayer. Please take a comfortable position. Sukhasan, Vajrasan, Padmasan. Your hands on the knees. Eyes gently close. Focus within. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub your palms, cup your eyes, and gently open your eyes. Once again, namaste and welcome all. I'll take the opportunity to invite Dr. Preeti Sharma, co-founder of Prana Yoga Therapy Center. Actually, she is the prana of our center, and she is strength behind everything. She is a person, nice, beautiful from in and out. She is not only beautiful from her looks, but beautiful from her heart also. And the best thing I find in her is that she just knows to spread and give away whatever she has. She likes to spread the knowledge, and that is the best thing in her. Welcome, ma'am.
Hello, Geeta ji. Namaste. Thank you so much for the introduction. And I am greeting everyone. Good evening to everyone who has joined. Thank you so much for joining, sparing your time in the weekend evening. So today's orientation is an introduction towards PCOS. As you all know, PCOS is a polycystic ovarian syndrome. And we don't call it as a disease now. So it has got those symptoms. उसके symptoms होते हैं, उसका एक रंग, उसका एक रूप होता है, उसका एक लक्षण होते हैं. So that is why it is called as syndrome. And I see many doctors have joined, a few doctors at least have joined here, and otherwise also many people. I just want a little feedback from you all. How do you find, how rampant do you find PCOS in your surroundings? शायद आपके कोई रिलेशन में, आपके नियर एंड डियर वंस को, आपके सर्कल में, आपके क्लाइंट्स, आपके पेशेंट्स होंगे, तो आपका क्या राय है PCOS के बारे में? Can anyone of you share, please? Feel free to talk. Please unmute yourself. Anybody?
No one, ma'am.
No. Doctors also. Yeah. So आप जानते हैं PCOS के बारे में? At least you know.
Yeah, I think ma'am Kalavati ji wants to speak. Yes,
Yeah,
Kalavati ji,
please.
please. Yes, please unmute yourself and come forward. Thank you.
Hello, namaste. I'm a yoga instructor here. I live in a community. Am I audible to you?
Yes, very much.
Okay. My name is Kalavati Sridharan. I'm a yoga instructor. I live in a community. In my community, most of the girls who are 16 to 20, all of them, almost 70% of the girls, they are having this problem.
Yes.
So, yeah, they are my students. I teach them yoga to cure instead of those hormonal tablets.
Yes.
Yeah, they are very, very regular to the class. So the body heals and corrects itself.
Yes.
Yes.
How do you find when you do yoga, how do you find the results?
Results are amazing. That's what. Actually, two girls joined, twins joined to me. First, initially, they told a period for 3 months. Then I asked them to stop all the tablets I gave them because they are 15 and 15. One is 15. Yeah, both of them are 15 years. So I gave them very good workout like Sarvangasana and other asanas and the intense work of Surya Namaskar, Chandra Namaskar, everything. So within a month, that month, they got the period without tablet. So I started getting more students from the school, which is near to me, Vidya Mandir. And I live near SRM college too. So most of the college girls are also affected with this syndrome because they come out of the place to live here and they eat all the food, which is packed food and not home food. And their lifestyle is, it is not, they don't sleep properly, they don't eat properly, they don't drink the water properly. So most of the girls are having this PCOS problem. I am a teacher here, so I see all my students are college girls and school students, school girls.
Yes. Very much. Very true what you said. Very true. And Dr. Seema here also is, she has mentioned in the chat box that it's very, very rampant and nowadays increasing in young girls. Anyone else wants to share? Anyone else is coming up with any thought?
Oh, ma'am, Tarka here.
Yes, Tarka.
Yes, everyone agrees that this is, on rise. More and more women are facing this problem. The only thing, that I feel they don't tend to take care of this unless it is affecting their fertility somehow or they want to conceive. That is the only phase, they want to address this issue. After the children are born, women generally forget that there is something called as PCOD has happened to them and they might check that it is reoccurred or something, So women generally tend to take care of this when they want to conceive or they are in their, early before conceiving stage. That's one general observation from my side.
Yeah. That is also one case. Then there is also this case when the girls get engaged and they are in that verge of getting married. Then they say, oh, I have now a few months, let me be fit before I get married. So then that is the time they will think, okay, let me just go through checkup. Maybe she will visit a doctor or she will visit a yoga class if she knows. Or if she is becoming, little overweight, then she will take care of her exercise plan and everything. So getting, aware about the fitness. So yeah, it's very true that nowadays it is increasing, but then you all must agree that you would agree, I would say, that it will lead to infertility. Yeah. And then gradually, when the infertility is increasing, then what happens? Then the visit to the IVF center starts. And then, how the financial burden comes. So the stress already is there with PCOD. Okay. Then there is infertility issue if they are married, and then the stress is there. IVF center visit increase in the financial burden, again the stress increases, and then they say IVF failure. So then it is a vicious cycle. Okay. So even with what we have seen with PCOS is it works without yoga and the lifestyle management, and the program what we give is complete lifestyle management, including the nutrition, including the food, including the exercise pattern. So all this helps to correct and maintain a healthy lifestyle, plus decreasing the burden of infertility, decreasing the stress of infertility. So we have had quite a few wonderful cases where they have actually got a lot of benefit with our program. So that's what we wanted to share with you, that in this workshop we can understand what is happening in the body and then how to deal with it. Because it is completely curable, you can't say that. You cannot say that it is completely curable. It can be managed. It can be managed very well with a good lifestyle. And with PCOD comes obesity, and which is a very, very common situation nowadays. So obesity always associated with PCOD most of the times. When PCOD is there, you would find obesity. Of course, obesity may be with other reasons also. But PCOD has a very complex hormonal imbalance. The hormones are interlinked and one affects the other affects the third one. So that way it is affecting the whole system. So let us have a look with the obesity thing, how to deal with it again. So you will have to deal with, usually you must have heard, the doctor must have told this lady, okay, you'll reduce your weight if you want to conceive. If you want to go in for a family extension, then you please take care of your weight. First you reduce your weight, then only the things will work on you. And otherwise, in allopathy, what they give is only the hormone replacement therapy. They will just regularize your cycles with the hormonal pills, which you have to take for a month long, and then it brings your cycles regular. And always there is this feedback that till I was taking the tablets, I was taking those hormones, the cycles came in regularly, but then again, it is the same story now. Again, the weight gain happens, again, the same problems happen. So just have a look at this thing. That's basal metabolic rate, body mass index. This is all very important to know how you will calculate this. So Khushbu can help us with this. Khushbu, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you are ready with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so Khushbu will share with us a few tips. Let us see. Dr. Khushbu is a homeopath and she is working with us. So we have a nice team, very supportive and strong team. As Geeta ji was talking about the strength, but the strength comes because of the teamwork. So people like Geeta ji, Mrs. Geeta Bhamwani and Khushbu Damani, they are with us. Many more. Today, 2 of them are with us. And even, yes, our faculty member, Mrs. Koili. Koili madam is there. Namaste, Koili ji. So she is also there with us today. Yeah, Khushbu, chalo. We'll start with this slide.
Yes, ma'am. So I'll share a small presentation with everyone. Welcome all. So this is a small picture in front of you about the polycystic ovary. This is how the healthy ovary looks, and this is how the ovary with so many cysts, this looks. It's just a small idea on how does it look internally. Let us go ahead and see what happens. So as ma'am had asked that how many of you have seen what the occurrence of PCOS in the society. So this is a research paper that was published by Indian Journal of Medical Research. in 29 on 29th November 2019, that is before the lockdown. And they have written here that prevalence of PCOS in India ranges from 3.7 to 22.5%, depending on the population studied. So that is very huge amount of crowd that is suffering from PCOS, 3.7 to 22.5, and this is just in India. So we can imagine around the globe that how much it must be. But why is it a topic of concern today? Why PCOS has become a topic of concern? And as Tarka rightly said, the major reason that it has become the topic of concern is because it relates to the fertility issues. It leads to the infertility in the woman. But is it only the infertility, or there are some other things also which come with PCOS? So let us see what happens. What are the complications that come with PCOS? So these are the main 4 complications that come with PCOS. The first is anxiety and depression, because there are so many hormonal imbalance that it leads to anxiety and depression. Cardiovascular diseases, right? Diseases that is related to heart. Obesity and PCOS are like hand in hand. The obese woman might suffer from PCOS, and PCOS women will get obese. So it's like a hand in hand. It's a cycle, the PCOS and the obesity cycle. And yes, then PCOS comes with a major complication that we just discussed, that's infertility. And because of this, it has become a matter of concern today. So let us go ahead and see what happens. What is the exact cause of PCOS? Either you call it PCOD or PCOS, it's the same. Okay. So what is the exact cause? What leads to PCOS? So let us understand exact cause, as in there are hormonal causes, but there are other underlying factors which leads to this. So first, let us start from here. That is weakened immune system. Immune system is weakened. People are prone to diseases again and again, and that is one of the cause. Then bad dietary choices, again, as rightly said by Kalavati ji. So it is affecting the women, the girls of early age. Why? Because of the bad dietary choices we have chosen. Maybe because of the stressful school life, or then we leave ahead, we leave home, we go to the hostel life. So the bad dietary choices, then there might be genetic tendency as well. It can pass on as a hereditary condition. Accumulation of toxins is again a result of bad dietary choices, that is eating junk food and stuff. And again, the medical reason, that insulin resistance and obesity. So this can also be a cause of PCOS, and this can again lead from PCOS, again a complication of PCOS, that is insulin resistance and obesity. And what is it and how is it, that again we will explain you in detail in the workshop. And one more major cause of PCOS is again that it is also a psychosomatic disease. Now, psychosomatic, again, there are many of us here who are yoga teachers, so we know the meaning of psychosomatic. That is again leading from the psychiatric illnesses. So the stress, the anxiety, depression, the competitive life that we have created around. So this again leads to the health issues. And in females, again, the major health issues are always affected. It leads to the hormonal issues, and PCOS is a major answer for it. PCOS, thyroid, diabetes, they go hand in hand. So again, it is also a psychosomatic disease, and that is why PCOS is nothing but considered as a lifestyle disorder. It is a major lifestyle disorder, nothing else. And again, as we said that PCOS and obesity go hand in hand, so let us today understand what is the definition of obesity and what is definition of PCOS. Obesity. Overweight and obesity are defined as abnormal or excessive fat accumulation that may impair health. Right? So each and every word here is important. Excessive fat accumulation is not only enough, but that leads to impairment of the health is obesity, either in the male body or a female body. Impairment of the health leading from obesity, that is termed as obesity. And what is PCOS again? PCOD or PCOS? So D is disease, S is syndrome. There is no much difference. Polycystic ovarian syndrome is the most common, each word by word, reproductive endocrinopathy of women during their childbearing years. Let us understand. So reproductive, we understood the complication of PCOS is infertility, right? So fertility and infertility, it is related to our reproductive system. So it is a reproductive issue. Endocrinopathy, as in diseases related to the hormonal system. Hormonal system is known as endocrine system, and pathy means disease, study. So endocrinopathy, disease. So hormonal disorders are called endocrinopathy. So it is a reproductive endocrinopathy. Of what, like what kind of women, like of what age group of women? Childbearing years. Childbearing years, that is from their first day of menses to their last day of menses, that is menarche to menopause is the age period, that is called childbearing years. So it is suffered by those women who are in their childbearing years, and it is a reproductive endocrinopathy. That is the definition of PCOS, right? So let us learn more about obesity. Can someone tell me what is a general measurement? How do we measure obesity? Ma'am actually told us. So it is about BMI. So question 1 to everyone. What is the correct measure of obesity? Out of the 4 options, can anyone unmute and tell me what is the correct measure of obesity? One is BMI 20 to 24 kg per meter square. BMI 25 to 29.9. Third is BMI more than or equal to 30, or BMI less than or equal to 20. So can anyone unmute and tell me what is the correct answer to this? What is the correct measure of obesity?
Third one, BMI greater than 30.
Okay, so let us go ahead and see if Tarka is correct. So first of all, let us understand the BMI formula. What is BMI? Nothing but a body mass index that is calculated considering weight and height. And this is the formula in front of you: weight in kg divided by square of height in meters. This is how we calculate the BMI, the body mass index. Okay. And now when we calculate, this is in front of you. This is how the answer comes. So if it is, the answer is less than 18.5, the person is considered underweight. It is between 18.5 to 24.9, it's healthy. 25 to 29.9 is overweight. 30 to 34.9 is obesity. Okay, there's someone. Can you please everyone be on mute? I can mute from here when I'm sharing screen. Yeah, okay, thanks. So 30 to 34.9 is obesity. So correctly said by Tarka. And if it's more than 35, sorry, it's more, that should be more than 35. So if it's more than 35, it's severely obese. So this is how we calculate obesity. Okay. And this is about obesity. And then, but how does we lead to obesity? The medical background, how is the insulin resistance connected to it? It will all be taught during the workshop. This is just a glimpse of what we are going to go ahead with. How will we go ahead with the obesity and PCOS? And let us see, how do we diagnose PCOS? What is diagnose? As in, then there are a few symptoms considered, everywhere. If we are considering a disease, acha kisi ko ho raha hai na, very well we all know about the COVID. So everyone knows, acha सूखी खांसी हो रही है, फीवर हो रहा है, स्मेल नहीं है, टेस्ट नहीं है, तो everyone will say कि कोविड का टेस्ट करा लो. डॉक्टर की भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है, हमें पता है कि ये 4 सिम्टम हो गए, तो पहले कोविड का टेस्ट करा लो. इसी तरीके से in the same manner we have few criteria for PCOS investigations also, when we should go for the investigation. So these are the 3 criteria. One is irregular menses or absent ovulation. Ovulation is a term used for release of the egg from ovary. So irregular menses or absent ovulation. Second is clinical sign or biochemical sign of hyperandrogenism. Hyperandrogenism is more quantity of male sex hormone in the female body. Male sex hormone is there in the female body, but more than the required quantity of the male sex hormone, that is testosterone, in the female body is the second criteria. The symptoms are many other symptoms like growth of hair in the parts where it is not necessary, like facial hair and stuff. The third is polycystic ovary on pelvic ultrasonography. This is ultrasound sonography. Okay. So these are out of the 3, if there are 2 criteria also present, we diagnose it as PCOS. But to now understand all these 3 criteria in detail, it will come ahead in the workshop. This is how will we approach the anatomy and the physiology part of the workshop. Let's go ahead and see what are the other parts that we shall cover. So how will this workshop help you? Let us go ahead and see this. So pathophysiology, I've given you a glimpse of how will we go ahead with the pathophysiology. I'll explain you in detail the hormonal system, the reproductive system, and further and what happens in the PCOS. So routine, lifestyle, and adaptations. Why am I taking these three together? So ma'am has already told us, we'll be telling you about the diet plan, what a PCOS woman should follow, about her nutrition levels, how should she go ahead with, and what are the other adaptations that you can ask her to do in her life to not basically change, but to bring a positive adaptations in her life, like the sleeping pattern, the diet, relaxation, everything is important when we are considering PCOS, to maintain, to manage the PCOS. And again, knowledge is the key to good health. So there are queries, why do we need to know the anatomy, physiology, pathophysiology? So if you know the correct way, you know why are we giving this diet, why are we following this yogic practice, how is related to the human body, then you can help your client in a better way. You can answer their queries in a better form. So that is why we say knowledge is the key to good health. And how will yoga therapy help you in this? 5 points of Shivananda Yoga, as we all are here, followers of Shivananda as well. So we consider 5 points of Shivananda Yoga in all the workshops that we do. And Koili ma'am is here. So in front of us, till I will explain that what are the points we have learned from her. So these are the 5 points of Shivananda Yoga: proper breathing, proper exercise, proper relaxation, proper diet, and proper thinking. And in the whole, all the slides that I have shared and what all I told and what Preeti ma'am told, you all must have understood that all these 5 points are important. How proper breathing, the pranayamic practices are important, proper exercise, the asanas, what kind of asanas specifically, what are the do's. There are generally no don'ts here, but what are the do's, what are the practices that will help more and more, and also relating that to the Ayurveda. Even ma'am will be there to may explain us how those practices also help from the Ayurvedic point of view. Even those sessions will be there. Proper relaxation, again, we know the psychosomatic factor here, and that can only be handled by proper relaxation. Proper diet is the nutrition part, and proper thinking, again, related to the psychosomatic factor. So this is how this workshop will go ahead, and this is how will be conducted, the agenda of the workshop. So if anyone has any questions, you can ask us. We'll be more than happy to answer.
Yeah, also the nutrition part, in the diet part, we would be giving those protocols where the yoga teachers will be also involved in this. The yoga teachers should also get involved in following those protocols to go through the experience, so that it will be easy for you all to guide your clients. So what is, like, just now the Women's Day has just gone round the corner. So we have to focus on women's health, and PCOD is one of the points where we should really focus on, because the future would be at stake otherwise. So IVF, you all know how painful it is. So many injections, so many treatments, so many medicines, and then I always get these type of patients. I mean, I remember a very beautiful example of a teacher in our team. Some years back, when we were working offline also. So there, what happened? This one teacher had joined us, and she was teaching us. Gradually, we got friendly and started knowing each other. I got to know about her family. And then she told me that she had gone through IVF with 3 IVF failures. And then it became so stressful for her. So ultimately, she's left all that. And then she also lost the hope of having a child and extending her family. And they were just going on. Okay, so that way. And then it so happened that she was focusing only on yoga and then teaching yoga, also practicing herself. And till that time, she was, 1 year, she used to tell me, I'm trying this, that. And then ultimately she left, completely surrendered, and just focused on her own health and, living happily and happy attitude. relaxed mind and doing her own practice. And suddenly, after a few months, she tells me, "Ma'am, I'm pregnant." Not doing nothing. Yeah. So it was such a good news. And just recently, she had her daughter's birthday, last month. So that was a very nice thing. Her daughter became 1 year. So it was a good news. And she said that, yeah, actually, whatever went in me through the IVF treatments, I think maybe it got detoxed in those few months. And then I had my natural way of conceiving. And at the age of 40, 41, she conceived. So it was a beautiful miracle, and we were all very happy at the center. So I'm very happy to share this with all of you that, yeah, miracles do happen that way. And recently in the last pregnancy yoga workshop also, we had one yoga teacher from UK, and this was something really a miracle. 47, at the age of 47, she's pregnant now. And also at the lockdown, I got one more case of this pregnant lady who was pregnant at the age of 42. So it is really a beautiful process, when you feel really happy when such cases come to you with natural conception, and the yoga works and the lifestyle management, all this works, really it becomes satisfying. So you people as yoga teachers, you can actually help your surroundings. You can help everyone around you. So you can be like a seed which can give rise to beautiful fruits and spread this knowledge. Okay, any questions? Or otherwise we go ahead with our session with Tarka. Tarka is one beautiful member in our team, and she is a teacher of yoga. She's a teacher of Pilates, and she combines these two things also beautifully. We will go ahead with the Pilates session. So all of you whoever are interested, please unroll your mats and get ready for the session. Any questions till all of you are unrolling your mats?
I think no one has a question, ma'am. Also, would request everyone to switch on their videos so Tarka can actually see when you're performing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
Why on your mat, put on your videos.
Thank you, Tarka, for coming.
My pleasure, ma'am.
So don't miss this chance. It's a beautiful practice of Pilates, and you don't even feel that you have done something, and you really work on yourself. So just have this taste of Pilates with Tarka.
Okay, so I see a few members. Actually, yeah, only a couple of members are ready to start the practice. Okay. So before we start with the practice, let's see a little bit of, a core test. Okay, how strong our core is. Okay, so I would suggest to follow this simple test just to see and assess how strong our core is, how deceivingly simple a pose might look like, but how challenging it can be on the deepest level. Okay, so as you roll down your mat, I would ask you to lie down on the back. Okay, so this is a simple test. First, just have a look at me, and then you do after me. Okay, so you're gonna lie down on your back. Okay, take your one leg up. Okay, a 90 degree between at your knees. So hip and knees in one straight line, knees and ankle in one straight line. Okay, so this is called as a tabletop in Pilates. Okay, a tabletop of the legs in Pilates. Okay, and then I take another leg also in the tabletop. I zip my legs together and I just be here. Okay, so now at this point of time, my core is handling the weight of my legs. Okay, and we're just holding it. We're not going to do anything with it. We're just going to test our core. Okay, let's see how strong we are. Okay, and how we're going to put this Pilates core testing into the PCOD perspective. Okay, so ladies, lie down on your mat. Okay, so yes, I see few steady tabletops there. So like a plank, there is no, end to it. As long as you feel comfortable, your lower back is not pulling up, keep that tabletop steady. And if you feel your knees are dragging away, gently pull them in towards your chest. Okay, so that's a little bit of correction. Good. Keep it holding. At the end of the tabletop, I know you guys will start quivering, at least with your legs, your core. Keep breathing naturally. Keep focusing on the belly. Good. Focus on the belly rising up and down on an inhale and exhale. Put that core to the test there. Beautiful, you strong ladies. Good. I'm going to count for last 10 and then we can relax. Okay, so till that time, hold that mighty core up. Okay, so keep breathing for last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Get your feet down and relax that tabletop. Okay, it's a gentle test, but it assesses the core strength. Okay, how long you can hold this, weight of your legs, your own body weight, right? We're not attaching any dumbbells or any outside weight to the legs, but this is a simple tabletop that we get started with. And this is a kind of alpha pose for the Pilates, okay? Because many abdominal exercise, they start with taking your legs to tabletop, okay? If you feel any pressure on the lower back, just get your knees side to side, release your lower back, okay? So you feel a little bit of release at the lower back, okay? I think Rama wants to do that, right? Because the knees are already swaying side to side. Okay, so just do that. Sway your knees side to side, release your lower back. Okay, great. Okay, so why we did this a little bit of core test? Because this, like I said, this is the foundation pose in any of the Pilates abdominal series, okay? And like Khushbu presented right now, our uterus is one of the visceral organs, right? It resides inside the abdominals. The more you put it to the test, the more you work on it, okay? It's gonna stimulate more, it's gonna act in your control, okay? So this is one of the way of accessing those deepest core muscles, okay? So based on that, and I think you guys are pretty much ready to get what's coming up next, okay? So let's warm up that core. We're still lying down. We're still keeping the knees bent, feet flat on the mat. We're going to warm up the abdominals first, okay? So just have a look first how we are going to do that, okay? So you are going to interlace your fingers, all right? And keep that behind your head, okay? Your elbows are pointing east-west, so you have a long shoulders on the mat, okay? After you do that, what are you gonna do? Keeping the rib cage digging down, you're just gonna lift your head, neck, and shoulder and take a look at your tummy, okay? And then just keep your head down. Squeeze the air out, lift your head, and go down, all right? So we're gonna do that for about 10 times to warm up your abdominals, okay? So inhale to prepare. On an exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulder and curl up. Take a look at your tummy, say hello, and inhale to keep your head down. Good. Exhale, lift up, and inhale down. Okay, let's do a few more. Exhale up, and inhale down. So you may feel like this is the gym crunches that I have been doing, but these are not, ladies. These are a little different because we are placing the rib cage down. Okay, so we're not letting that tummy pop up, dome up. Okay, so that is totally engaged, that is totally stimulated, and then you're just moving the head up and down for 3 more times. Okay, so exhale up and inhale down. Good. Exhale up and inhale down. Beautiful. Last one, and relax. I hope at this point of time it's quite warm, okay, and ready to start with our basic 5 famous Pilates abdominal workouts, okay? So let's keep rolling down on our backs, okay? What are we going to do? Like I said, the legs come in the tabletop, alrighty? I take my arms towards the ceiling, and then I use my rib cage as a pivot, and I come back up. Okay, so I still keep looking at my navel. I press one knee in and the other leg reaches out. Okay, single leg stretch. Good. I exhale and inhale to switch the leg. I keep my head up. I keep gazing at the stomach. If at any point of time your neck feels tired, you can rest your head down. But keep changing your legs. Okay, one leg reaches out and the other knee presses in. Okay, so keep moving like that. Inhale and exhale. Alternate the legs. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Very nice, Rama. Good one going, Kalavati ji. Good. Wow, Koili ma'am is rocking it. Keep doing for last two more on each side. Good. Keeping that powerhouse, your core stable on the mat. Good. A last one on each side. Good. And relax your head down. Relax your feet down. Okay. This is single leg stretch, one in the series. Okay. Now we're going to do the second one in the series, which is the double leg stretch. Okay. Have a look first and then do it as I do. Okay. So lying down on the mat, coming to our basic foundation pose, the tabletop, and curl up with the head, right? The very first two exercises that we did. From here, you're going to inhale, reach with your legs, reach with your arms up overhead, okay? Hollow your abdominals. And exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, draw it in. As you do that, make sure your lower back is not pulling up, okay? Your box, your powerhouse is stable on the mat, okay? So get set up. Good. Get your legs to tabletop one by one. Come up in a curl. Good. Inhale, reach with your arms, with your legs. And exhale, draw everything in. Good. Exhale in and inhale, reach out. Beautiful. Exhale in and inhale, reach out. As you do that, the head stays steady. What is moving is only your arms and your legs. Okay, your core, your powerhouse is stable on the mat. Last two. Good. Last one. And reach out, hug it in, and relax. Good. That was Pilates 2's double leg stretch. Okay, now we're going to do a single leg scissors. Okay, so it looks very graceful. Just have a look. From here, legs are in tabletop. I curl up, come up. One leg reaches straight up to the ceiling, toes pointing to the ceiling, okay? The other leg reaches out away from the body, okay? I take my leg towards the head, okay? Not the head towards the leg towards the head. I pulse and I switch the straight leg, okay? Inhale twice. Exhale to switch. Single leg scissors. Okay, so as if a scissor, you're going to scissor your legs straight, keeping that powerhouse stable. Head stays up. Good, beautiful, Rama. Keep going, keep looking at your navel, otherwise you'll strain your neck. Good. Keep pulling that leg towards the head, not the head towards the leg. Okay, so Kalavati ji, get that leg straight, pull it that towards the head. Good, scissor it. 2 more times to get that core on fire. Good, on each side. Excellent. Head stays up. Pull the leg towards the head. 1 more time on each side. Make sure you're breathing correctly. Inhale, inhale. Exhale to switch. Good. A last one. And then you relax your head down. Stop scissoring your legs. And relax your feet as well down. Good. The next one is Pilates 4, okay? I call it mother fall because that is going to give a real abs of steel, okay? So just have a look. You're gonna again interlace your fingers and keep it behind your head this time. A little bit of change of the setup, all right? Legs come to tabletop, you curl up, the fingers are still behind the head. You straighten your both legs up, okay?
From there, touch your heels together, touch your inner thighs together, zip your legs, lower them together down and lift up. Okay, making sure your lower back doesn't arch. Lift your both legs up and press them down. Imagine your legs like a mermaid tail. You don't have two legs now, you have just one tail. Okay, so that tail is going down and lifting up. Okay.
Ma'am, could you tell me the toes position?
Yes.
Could you tell me the toes position?
Yeah, so point your toes away, heels together, zip your inner thighs together. Like
yes, while coming down and up, the toes will be up and toes will be down. Is that correct?
Yes. Maintain the same position, get it down and lift it up.
Thank you.
Yes. And it doesn't matter how low you get your legs. What matters here, can you keep your lower back stable, okay? So if there is an overarch, if there is a doming of the abdominals and then you're taking your legs down, that's not beneficial. Good. So keep pulling those abdominals in. Yes. And it's totally in your control. Lower those legs down and lift them up in the control. Good. Good one. Strong ladies. Just last two. Yes. And a last one. To relax. Good. Get your head down and then get your feet as well down. Okay. We're going to keep this setup same, meaning the fingers interlaced and keeping them behind. We're going to do the Pilates 5, which is going to be a crisscross. Okay. So just have a look for the last one. All right. Lying down on the mat, hands behind the head, legs coming tabletop, and then you curl up. Okay. Now, the regular gym crunches will be with an intention to let the elbow touch the knee, but this time, imagine your armpit wants to meet this opposite hip, okay? So that way you maintain that length, okay? So keeping that length intact, let that armpit try and reach the opposite hip. The other leg reaches out, and then you twist to the other side, okay? So this is like a crunch, the oblique crunch, but with different intentions, okay? So give that all you got, squeeze that air out. Good, keep your head up and then just twist from right to left. Good, curl up, one knee comes in, the other leg reaches out, and then you imagine that you are up, the armpit wants to meet the opposite hip, okay? It's not the elbow to the knee, it's armpit to the opposite hip. Yes, that's how you maintain that length. Beautiful, Rama. Keep going. Good. RV, get your legs a little away from you, not up, little away from you. Yes. And then get your one knee in and the other leg away. There you go. As if you're bicycling, okay? On a cycle, and your legs are just driving that cycle. Get into those oblique crunches with a little more length. Great going, Kalavati ji. Koili ma'am is rocking it. Beautiful. Keep going for last two on each side. Excellent. Good. And now stop cycling. Just get your head down. Just get your feet down. Relax. Good. Get your knees away from each other. Get your feet away from each other. Keep your knees bent. Yes, and just drop your knees to one side. Both knees towards the right side. Good. Yes, lift it back up and then drop them towards the other side, left side maybe this time. Good. Excellent. Now hug your both knees in towards your chest. Good. And rock on your lower back just to reset and massage your lower back. Okay. So not up and down, Kalavati ji, from side to side, from left to right. Okay. Yes. Excellent. So that's it. Keep your feet down. Good, and roll onto your one side slowly and carefully and come back to your seated position. Excellent. So that was a little glimpse of the Pilates abdominal series. We just did 5 and few counts. The common notion is that you do from 1 to 5 without a break. Okay. And then you embrace the burn of it. Okay. So that's it from my side, Preeti ma'am.
Yeah. So after this warming up, they are all ready for a nice relaxation.
Right.
So just stay there with your proper sitting position. Stay there. Relax. Close your eyes. Allow the breath to be natural. Experience that heat in your body. Gradually, you'll find the body cooling down, the thermostat in the body working for itself. Allow the breath to flow naturally. Let your eyes be closed so gently that you feel those eyelashes. You can experience your jaw getting relaxed. You can experience your lower jaw dropping. That space being created in your mouth, the tongue getting relaxed. Allow the mental chit-chat to stop. Allow the eyeballs and mental visualization to relax. Just take a pause in your life. Connect with your breath. The breath, which allows you to be in the present. The breath, which allows the body to take that prana. You are in the present, here and now. On the mat, in the present. Experiencing the existence. The beautiful state of the body, the harmonious state of the body. Let this breath nourish this body. This prana, which is responsible for every activity of this existence. Allow the breath to be with this existence. Inhalation, exhalation, everything is happening on its own. The nature makes it happen. Experience the flow, the inward flow, and experience the response of the body to the breath. How beautifully the inner space receives the breath, and such a vast amount of energy is accommodated in the inner space. As the breath is released out, how the inner space relaxes. And this relaxation spreads all over. The beautiful flow of the breath, inwards, outwards. Just stay connected to the breath and you find that the breath starts flowing in a rhythm. Head to toe, you feel the presence of the prana. You are aware of everything in and out. Eyebrows, forehead, eyeballs, the jaw, neck, shoulders. Let each part receive the breath, receive the prana, receive the life, receive the energy. And because of this prana, you become aware of each and every part of the body. The mind is such a micro organ, like the sense organs, the sixth organ. It has the capacity to move everywhere. Experience your arms getting relaxed. Experience your fingers getting relaxed. The flow of energy all through the arms, from the shoulders to the fingertips. From the fingers to the shoulders. Experience your trunk, your chest, your abdomen getting relaxed. Taking its own pace, the chest expansion happens. The inner space in the chest receives the breath. The pressure changes occur. The internal pressure rises as the breath comes in. The pressure declines as the breath moves out. The chest wall moves out, moves in. The touch of the breath is there. All these factors making you aware of the presence of the breath. The back also gets involved in the breathing process. Even the chest, sides of the chest wall below your armpits expands and releases. Response to the breath. Experience the diaphragm going down as you inhale. Experience the diaphragm rising up as you exhale. Experience your abdominal wall responding to the breath. It's the abdominal wall bloating as you breathe in. Abdominal wall relaxing as you breathe out. Experience this relaxation proceeding to the back. The back is relaxed, placed in its normal curvatures. You're seated on your hips with equal balanced body weight left and right. Legs are also relaxed, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the feet. Of course, you do feel the pressure of the seating position. Allow the legs to relax. Experience the touch of the ground, and you are sitting in such a way as if sitting on the grass without crushing a single blade of the grass. The spine is tall and erect, like the flame of the fire. Head, neck, back, tall, erect, in a straight line, vertical to the ground. Relaxed shoulders, connected. Awareness with the body and the breath and the mind, all integrated. Feel the existence in its totality, the body, the breath, the mind, the soul. Experience the divinity flowing through you. Gently rub your palms, make them warm, cover your eyes, and just Before opening your eyes, just allow the eyelids to open in your palms. When you remove your palms, just open your eyes. Wonderful. Thank you so much for being with us. So that was a short relaxation session for all you friends who joined. A small presentation from us. So friends, we are starting with our actual PCOS workshop from Saturday. That is the 20th of the March. And we'll hold it every weekend in the afternoons, 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. And it will go on for a month or so. Like we are planning to have 12 to 15 sessions, because the sessions we have kept it varied, because like sometimes, you know, it happens that we have a good discussion and sometimes, you know, the syllabus just lags behind. So we keep a margin of 3 sessions more. So we give the range of 12 to 15 sessions. So you will have 2 sessions every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 2 hours each, 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. And so that we will need, you know, 6 weekends for completing 12 sessions, and 1 weekend more probably to complete the whole workshop. So that is a little this thing. And course fees for this PCOS workshop, wherein we will get all this knowledge about this PCOS thing, about the medical knowledge, about the anatomy, physiology, the Ayurveda approach, the yoga approach, the Pilates, everything. So you must have already felt about this. The fees. The fees is about like 6,000 for the whole workshop, and we will try to give our best to this, because we have got wonderful results with the PCOS clients. So feel free to contact us on the given numbers in the chat box. So you have already got a glimpse of how the Pilates works, that warmth, you know, so how it was just a small session make you feel this thing. So let's hope for the best in the workshop, and see you in the workshop. We will wind up here today for this session, for this introduction. Let us chant the final prayers. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you very much. See you next Saturday.
Thank you so much. Wonderful session, Dr. Preeti, Tarka. It was very, very wonderful. So 2:30 to 4:30 you said, right? On weekends?
Right. Yes, yes.
Okay, I'll get back to you.